In a video recalling the 1993 thriller, The Crush, the story follows 28-year-old writer Nick Eliot as he moves to a new city for a new job. While searching for an apartment, he nearly hits 14-year-old Adrian Forrester, a confident girl rollerblading in the street. Adrian lives with her parents, Liv and Cliff, and Nick soon discovers they are renting out their guest house. Adrian, a talented pianist, catches Nick's attention and he moves in. From the start, Adrian observes Nick intently. Her friend Cheyenne is instructed to check him out and reports back that Nick is okay. Meanwhile, Nick begins his new job at Peak magazine, where his boss, Michael, critiques his writing skills but praises his research. Nick is assigned to investigate Robert Levansky, a man who embezzled $2 billion, and Amy Maddock is tasked with assisting him. One evening, Adrian appears at Nick's guest house unannounced. She shows a keen interest in his work, even deducing that Levansky's stolen money might be hidden in a Swiss account. Adrian's precocious behavior and close proximity make Nick uncomfortable, especially when she nonchalantly smokes his tobacco and reveals she's almost 15. Adrian's infatuation with Nick escalates. She takes his photo, watches him dress, and tries to convince him to attend her parents' party. Nick later discovers that Adrian has rewritten his article, significantly improving it. When he confronts her, Adrian claims she only wants him to like her. She persuades him to take her to a coastal lighthouse, where she apologizes for tampering with his work. Adrian confesses her loneliness and explains she skipped 2 grades, making it hard to connect with peers. Nick, feeling sympathetic, assures her they can be friends, but Adrian misinterprets his kindness and seductively kisses his hand, and then his lips. Nick pulls away, making it clear they need to leave. Nick's personal and professional lives become increasingly entangled with Adrian's obsession. Michael informs Nick that Levansky wants to meet him, impressed by his article. During a barbecue at Nick's, Amy notices Adrian's unusual behavior, particularly when Adrian makes a rude comment about Amy's chest. Amy warns Nick that Adrian has a crush on him, and he needs to be the adult. Adrian's actions become more invasive. She calls Nick, making inappropriate comments, and he suspects she stole his picture. He finds a heart-shaped pillow with both their initials in her room. He also discovers a secret shrine with love letters and a defaced photo of himself in a hidden trapdoor under his carpet, which he then nails shut. Nick begins to ignore Adrian's calls and attempts to establish boundaries, telling her he only likes her as a friend due to their age difference. However, Adrian subtly hints at knowing he watched her undress and questions his inexperience, revealing her manipulative side. Adrian's vindictiveness intensifies. She vandalizes Nick's car, though her parents don't believe him. Adrian then sabotages Cheyenne's horse saddle, causing Cheyenne to fall and get injured, preventing her from revealing Adrian's malicious intent to Nick. Adrian then taunts Nick about the accident, suggesting one can never be too careful. Adrian's interference affects Nick's career when his article files are deleted. He discovers a floppy disk with the missing files and the secret shrine, confirming Adrian's involvement. Nick decides to move and replace his locks. Amy visits him, and they share a kiss, unaware that Adrian is watching them sleep. Adrian is seen chopping lemons aggressively, hinting at her simmering rage. The next day, Adrian confronts Amy, making veiled threats about Nick and the lighthouse. Amy, fed up, tells Adrian her feelings are just a crush. Adrian retaliates by trapping Amy in a darkroom, releasing wasps into the vents, causing Amy to panic and break a window, resulting in her hospitalization. Adrian then crashes Michael's event, causing a scene and slapping Nick. When he pushes her against a wall and warns her to stay away, Adrian kisses him and declares her love. Nick rejects her, calling her pathetic. Adrian then gets him arrested for assault, falsely accusing him and showing up covered in bruises. At the police station, Nick's claim of stalking is disbelieved, and a detective tells him his seed was found inside Adrian, leading to his incarceration. Michael bails him out, but doesn't believe his innocence. Cheyenne visits Nick, revealing Adrian's past obsession with a camp counselor who died from poisoning and hinting at Adrian's old age of wasps. She tells Nick about Adrian's diary, which might clear his name. Nick goes to Adrian's house, finding his defaced photo in her room. Adrian appears, holding a wooden tool. When Nick asks about Cheyenne, Adrian becomes enraged, hitting him and pushing him over the railing. Cliff arrives, and while he struggles to open the door, Nick finds Cheyenne gagged and bound in the attic. Cliff tackles Nick, leading Adrian to knock her father unconscious. Nick finally subdues Adrian by punching her. The story concludes with Adrian confined to a psychiatric hospital, continuing to write letters to Nick. She glares at a photo of Nick and Amy, suggests her obsession is far from over.